This is Jump King Quest. If you've never heard of it, let me start by saying that it might be in my top 10 list of best games I've ever played. Okay, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm fully aware that the mass majority of people that play this game are going to hate it and quit, because it's a serious challenge. Imagine a game that takes the simple yet difficult to master movement and platforming of Jump King and combine it with the extremely punishing combat system of Dark Souls. Yeah, it's miserable, but yet, I love it. Quite possibly because I hate myself, but also because it combines my favorite two genres of games. I am an expert at the rage climbing genre. The original Jump King is a game that I've mastered with over 100 hours played. I even went as far as to speedrun the original 3 maps back to back to back. Now the Souls-like genre is my other favorite category of games. I've completed almost every Souls-like that From Software has ever made. But hold on, if I'm an expert at these games, then my experience can never be relatable to the average player. Jump King Quest was going to be fine for me no matter how difficult, because I already have extensive experience playing Jump King and Dark Souls. Therefore, I literally cannot provide a perspective to this video that is relatable to the average person who's never played these genres. But luckily, I have a solution, because this game has multiplayer. Meet our noob for today, Kaden, aka the Bronze Blaze. He is the perfect partner to emphasize what this game is like for new players because number one, he's never actually played Jump King or Dark Souls, and number two, no shade to the guy, but he's a little bit of a tilter. He's a beginner who I'm going to be throwing straight into the deep end to see if he can handle it. And personally, I really want him to enjoy this game because this game has an Act 2 and 3 coming out later that I want Kaden to come back for. So strap yourselves in and prepare yourself for the epic adventure of Jump King Quest. Starting a new game led us to a small character creator. The people of the Jump King world are called Mudmen, and each skin color is a soil type. I chose the red guy and gave myself a slick head of white hair. The fluff of the hair reminded me of Elvis Presley, so naturally I named myself that. For my class, I went with the default adventurer class, and Kaden went with the shrewd. Having no concept of what the stats meant or how they worked, this next stat choice was simply based on vibes. And with that out of the way, in true Dark Souls fashion, we start locked away in the bottom of a desolate prison cell.
What? Did I change that? I gotta change that, no?
What? Bro. This guy named Percy, who is apparently our cousin, comes up clutch and throws us a key. Unluckily for me, I was too focused on changing my controls to see this interaction. So let's talk about the controls really quick. The game controls just like Jump King, where you can move left and right and hold spacebar to jump, which locks you in place for the amount of time you hold spacebar. You can jump left and right and even straight upwards, and the height you go is determined on how long you hold the jump button. Now for the combat, your main inputs are going to be your light attack, your heavy attack, your shield button, and your heal button. There's also an interact key and a map and an unequip button and your inventory button, but those don't need much explaining. Let's get to jumping. On the map, we start in a place called Redfin Prison, and now with the cell key, we could jump up and unlock the door. With our goal being moving upwards, we could not go any further from here, so we headed left. Then with this little tutorial in the top right, we learned that by holding down and pressing our interact key, we can hang from ledges and drop straight down, which was a new mechanic added to the Jump King movement. This guy tells us that he's lost his hat, and it turns out it's inside the secret wall to the left. Just like in Jump King, there's going to be little secret walls that will be covered by textures that you can actually jump behind to reveal secret areas. So we both threw on this Redfin hood and proceeded onward. Dropping down here gives us our first taste of fall damage. Wait, fall damage? In a game where you're constantly going to be missing jumps and falling far? That seems like it's gonna suck. Trust me, it does. But thankfully, the fall damage never really does more than 20% of your health bar, even on the longest falls. And unlike the Jump King fall damage mod that kills you back to the start, dying in this game is only just a small loss of progress compared to a full reset. In this next room, Kaden has his first bit of trouble.
What if I fall?
Don't fall.
Oh my god, bro. This is the first screen!
And then we got a little confused because of these new kinds of platforms. How do you think, can I land on these? How do I get up from here? Oh, I think I figured it out. I think I got it. We just have to land it on it from the side. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
We just land on it from the side. In Jump King, every platform is solid and defined by a clear outline that is usually different from the rest of the texture. And while completely solid platforms are all over the place in Jump King Quest, you need to learn to determine what blocks are solid and what blocks are passable through. This new kind of passable platform is one that jumping into from the bottom will not bonk your head. However, if you try to jump through the platform from below, it will become grayed out like this, and you will not be able to land on it. The same goes for any skinny platform like these iron bars, that are also passable platforms. It makes perfect sense, but it confused us a little at the beginning. At the top of the room, we find our first enemy.
Oh,
there's an op.
I'm not there,
He's
bro.
naked, but he's covering his
away.
penis. Is there anything over here?
Wait, why is he covering it up?
I don't know. Show Wang, bro.
Show
You seen this
hog,
guy?
bro.
Is he synced up for
Yeah,
you?
he's just crawling.
Whoa,
at me.
whoa,
I don't know,
whoa,
he's
whoa,
just like-
whoa, whoa. Don't push
What?
me into him,
He's-
bro. And then we learned we can body block each other. Hello,
Yeah,
sir.
cancel it.
Excuse me. Oh.
Shit
Oh,
on.
shit. And then we found our first weapon. What did I just get?
Okay.
Oh, equip my weapon.
Weapons and attacks.
What was it?
Oh, it's a
Tab?
metal pipe. Fire. Yeah.
Equip.
Okay.
Oh,
now
brandish. How do I brandish?
Can I hit you?
Ow! What the f? And then we found the Eternal Hot Dog. Oh, the Eternal Hot Dog. This glizzy is our Estus Flask for healing in this game. Gathering Humorial slot from pots, mandrakes, and enemies fills up these slices of the hot dogs, and one slice equates to a bite of the hot dog that heals us.
Or take a bite. Wait, you killed me! Oh my god.
After murdering my teammate, we kept going upwards as you do in Jumpkin games. I already felt extremely comfortable with the movement of this new game. Even if it wasn't quite exactly like the original, the jump timing seemed to be the same. And Kaden, although not perfect, was also adapting quite quickly to the jumps. No jumps in this game get quite as difficult as some of the original map designs, but pairing tricky jumps with the panic of enemies chasing you would prove to be more difficult for Kaden, who didn't have the same muscle memory as I did. I was, however, able to guide him through some of the harder sections with full hop strats I found, or just by giving him tips like feet placement and jump timing percentages. Just full left, full left.
Full left again?
Yeah, full left.
I forget that's like part of the game mechanic.
No,
game
full.
mechanic.
Like, hold it as long as you can.
I kind of didn't listen, huh?
You didn't listen at all. You gotta trust me. This is my
Well,
shit, man.
do I stand full close to the left
Yeah,
wall,
yeah,
though?
all the way.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, he's kind of swag.
And eventually, he got good at it. As I mentioned before, I really want Kaden to like this game, so he comes back to play Act 2 and 3 with me when they release. So I've developed a system to keep track of our enjoyment of the game at any given moment through the playthrough. This is the fun meter, and this is the tilt meter. Each of our fun and tilt levels will be monitored as the playthrough goes on by our scientist, Steve. Hey Steve, would you care to explain the science behind the enjoyment system?
Sure, boss. The way these two stats work follows just one rule. The meters are always inverse, meaning higher levels of tilt, the lower level of fun, and vice versa.
Thanks, Steve. So that means I'm going to do everything I can in order to keep Kaden's fun meter high and his tilt meter low. And by the end of the playthrough, we're going to find out if he ends up liking the game or if I'm going to end up liable for the damage to his mental health. Sorry in advance, Kaden. Climbing further, we ran into our first competent enemy. We got an issue.
Yeah, wait. I gotta beat the shit out of this guy. Wait,
No, just let him fall. Just let him fall.
I'm jumping over.
Yeah, there we go. See you later.
Bro, chill.
Good luck.
Wait.
Oh, he's coming after you.
Wait, I accidentally ate my hot dog. I pressed the wrong key.
Get his ass. Get his ass. Yeah.
Outplayed. Yeah.
Goat.
Get shit on.
Goat shit. You see me hanging so I can watch?
As you're just watching.
After killing 2 more, this pot taught me that I could attack in the air and land on enemies with an attack, which would prove to be very useful in this game. In this left room, we found our first shield. Like most games, shields in this game block damage if attacks hit you while your shield is out, and timing the shield button at the time of an incoming attack will result in a parry, which could interrupt enemies' animations and even build stagger on them. In this game, you can't have your weapon and shield out at the same time. Thankfully, the parry is still instant when switching from weapon to shield with the block button, and hitting attack will re-equip your weapon after blocking. And now it was time for the first boss battle in the game. Oh, good block, good block.
I jump over him.
Peep your stamina though. Oh, get his ass. Get his ass. Oh, I got his ass.
Oh, yeah, you got his ass.
When he turns around, I got him.
Yep, yep.
How do you do this? Oh, we just rolled. Get shit on me. Dickhead. Luckily, with 2 people, we could just get on either side of him behind the shield and whack away at his butt, winning the fight with ease. We came to what I think is the prison's courtyard that was flooded with swampy water. I realized right here that there was an underwater swim jump mechanic which was completely new. You can swim.
Wait, you can? How?
If you like hit space in the air, you do like an extra swim jump. But I didn't need it here to progress, so we'll dive into that one later. They got smacked in the mouth. Bro!
Chill. Eye for an eye. I was trying to break the pot, man.
He swatted me back down to hell.
Wait, I'm low-key. Oh, like, oh.
We then found Percy again, and he thought he could flex on me. You know the name of our savior? Jesus? Me, the most powerful jumper in history? Shut the fuck up. I'm the jump king.
Percy, bro.
Percy now born.
Percy.
Kneel before me. I'm good. I beat all 3 maps in under an hour. This guy's nothing to me. Then we got our starting gear from this chest here. Oh, it's all our armor and a better shield, it seems. We're not prisoners anymore.
This is the stuff that it said we started with.
And it was time for another boss, the Warden.
Oh,
it's this the guy that his brother was.
Oh, it's real boss. Oh.
Careful.
Wait, I'm 1 HP.
I'm
dead.
Oh, see you later.
Wait, okay. Oh, I fell.
I'm in the wrong button.
Not that far. You closed it out though, right? I got him low.
What a jump. I'm healing. He hit me. He kicked our ass. By the way, always remember to eat when you fall, I think, because you just... If you get hit again, you just start falling.
You just keep falling.
Yeah. This would prove to be amazing advice because sometimes your deaths would chain, resulting in some brutal falls. Our second try went a lot better, with our newly developed strategy of trading aggro. Thank you. See you later, bitch. Yeah, yeah. And now with the warden dead, we escaped the prison. What's that stench?
Stench, bro.
Don't tell me.
All right, bro.
You went to, oh, we went down the
Yeah, we went
toilet.
Toilet, bro.
We're headed to my uncle in Red Crown. Red Crown Woods, that's from the first
We're
map.
fading, bro.
So yeah, we were headed off right into Red Crown Woods, a familiar area from Jump King Map 1, but not before meeting an important ally. This is Igor. He's an important little goblin character that appears throughout the game who allows you to rest and heal, level up your character, upgrade your armor, shield, and weapons, store items, or simply ask him questions. He's basically the GOAT. Poking around the menus with Igor, we had no idea what to level up, but I did recognize a familiar system with the weapon upgrades. Oh, it's like Dark Souls. It's like Dark Souls. In Dark Souls, like your weapons have like letter grades depending on what stats like you want to maximize to increase that, like to that make it more effective. So like if it's like an A in guts, then you want to level up your guts to make the weapon more strong or some shit like that. I think after exiting the prison, we were basically leaving the tutorial area, and the daunting confusion from the RPG systems in the game, mixed with the wonder of what we were getting ourselves into, left Kaden and I with some nervous but excited energy. Everything looking good, Steve?
Levels are stable with maximum fun and minimum tilt, sir.
So we went into Red Crown Woods, but before we move on, just so there's no confusion, this playthrough was recorded before the Red Crown update. So the early game here looks a little bit different than it does now. At the bottom of the area, we quickly met a familiar face.
It's Jump King,
it's Red
bro.
Crown
It's the
Woods.
original
It
Jump
is.
King,
It
yeah.
is. I wonder, have you seen my
Have you
nuts?
seen my
What? Good one. He just nussed us. And then we found our first fast travel point. And then we met Bellman. Who the f are you? There's so many NPCs. Sorry to bother you, little man. Why do they keep calling us little? He's a prick. After making it to Greater Red Crown, we were fighting the bandits and exploring the first real area. These guys were pretty weak, but still could do some damage if you're not being careful. The first thing we did was talk to Percy at Uncle's house. Uncle tells us that as a Redfin, everyone in the land will be out to get us, which I guess explains why the enemies attack us throughout the game. He explains that we must accompany Percy because he will keep us safe, and the next stop is attending a council meeting at Ronnie's pub. Unc's disrespecting us. We don't need Percy to protect us. Percy then leaves and Bellman shows up, looking for Percy, who is now gone. And as he is Percy's main dick rider, he hurries off chasing after Percy. There's some silly character writing going on here, but nonetheless, we ignored it and kept on climbing to search for Ronnie's pub. Almost every area in the game seemed to have 3 core types of enemies. There were the archers, the normal guys, and the big guys. The big bandit looks like this, with his belly out, and he hits pretty hard. There were tons of little offshoot jumps along the main path that gave us useful items like currencies, or even sometimes weapons and armor, like this one. But of course, the level design kept funneling us upwards, where we fought another boss. Frogman. He looks bitch made. Come on, we can't die to this guy.
Alright, I'm eating hot level 4. Lock in. I press the wrong key.
Nice, good shit. Wait, he's low or
Wait,
low, or is that your health? Oh,
I'm low, yeah.
oh, I turned around. Oopsies. He's
Oh,
hurting
I'm
you.
gonna die. I'm
Oh,
dead.
you're dead.
Dude, I got cooked.
I'm eating. Wait,
Okay,
I'm
I
soloing.
really gotta
I'm soloing.
fix
I'm
my-
soloing.
Good luck.
I blocked. I'm the goat. Ow, he whacked me. Oh, she broke my stamina. Oh, I'm dead. I'm so dead. Okay. So this boss was a bandit jockeying a frog, and he'd proved to be pretty tough because of his lance attacks combined with the frog's tongue and leg attacks being a good mix-up. He also had this AoE ground smash attack where the shockwave could hurt you, and at half health, he calls in an extra bandit enemy to help him fight. We died a lot trying to figure him out, and dying ran us into the first instance of what we call the run back, which is basically the climb back up through respawned enemies to the boss arena. When you die in this game, you drop what's called Insight, which is basically all your XP that you lose on death, which we would have to pick up when entering the arena each time. Insight is banked when you level up, but if you die when it's between 0 and a level up, all that XP is dropped. And if you die again before grabbing it, it all disappears. Thankfully though, outside almost every boss arena are golden pots or mantrakes, which give you 1 full slice of hot dog each, so you can go into every battle with full health and full heals. Our strategy for this fight involves staying in the middle of the arena, avoiding the mud and water on the sides. Each boss arena and Jump King quest is different, but most arenas have edges that the boss can simply knock you out of the fight without killing you. So staying in the middle helped us continue the fight without falling, and staying out of the mud helped us be fully mobile. We started to send one guy jumping over the frog and one guy blocking the charge. The boss stopped in the middle instead of charging straight across, and then we surrounded him, able to attack on both sides again, just like the warden fight. But we still struggled a lot, especially when we realized we could hit each other through the boss. On this run, I realized there's a mechanic where if you and the enemy attack at the same time, you clatter swords and no damage is dealt either way. And then, whilst Kaden was in the bathroom, I went for a cheeky solo run. Should I try to solo him, chat?
Alright, I'm back. My fault.
I'm soloing him.
I
Hold on.
disappeared. Alright, good luck. Let me see if I can walk in. Oh, wait, it says you're here. Oh, no, it disappeared because I can't do that, I guess. Wait, I'm trying to solo. Maybe I should just jump off. Are you still fighting?
Mm-hmm. Okay, I killed the ad. Wait, Loki, I'm the goat. Hold on.
He's frying?
You bitch, let's go! I soloed his bitch
beat
ass.
him, bro.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. With a little bit of some team damage and lots of nice shield and sword swappers to negate damage and get attacks out quickly, I soloed the boss. But then we had a problem. The boss was dead in my game, and I had the key to unlock the next area. But for Kaden, the door was still locked, and the boss was still alive, meaning both of us had to be alive in the arena when the boss is killed in order to progress. And later we figured out that this rule has no exceptions. If Kaden and I entered the arena together, even if I died when the boss was at 1 HP and Kaden kills it, only he gets credited with the boss kill. Also, once you die, you can't re-enter the fight. There's a small window when first entering the fight that other players can walk through the door and join you. So I went back to help Kaden kill the frog jockey himself. As long as he entered the arena first, then the boss would be alive when I follow him through the doorway. If I went in first, I'd be entering the empty room where I won the battle.
I'm one. I have no odds left.
I'm dead. You got him though. You got him though. You got him
Yeah.
though. Clutch.
Oh. All good.
Why is there 2 guys here now?
I killed him with no health. Fire.
W. Eventually, Kaden was able to clutch out a win, and we moved onwards. After the first boss, I think it's safe to say that Kaden was having a good time with his first experience with this mashup of genres. The vibes were great. We were slaying enemies and overall just having a good time strategizing for the boss battles and figuring out all the mechanics. He does have the benefit of his experience being amplified by the camaraderie of the multiplayer and my jumping expertise to assist him, but I believe this is the kind of positive experience the devs were hoping for when making this game a cooperative endeavor. So far so good, I guess. After collecting a new shield and reading its stats, we were still confused about how to go about choosing what to wield and equip, and how to level up effectively. We for sure had the mindset of, let's worry about it later. But then, I found a weapon that I hard committed to. Balding Stars? The f*** is that? Because it had a B in Faith scaling, I just said screw it, I'll start leveling up Faith and use these things. Like, what even are these? But once I hit Faith 6, I would go on to use them for the rest of the game. Kaden, curious as to what weapon he should use, asked me how the weapon scaling works. Can you see the letter grades in the bottom right?
Yeah.
So the letter grades are basically rough estimates of how the weapon will scale power-wise or attack-wise with that stat increase. So a C in purity means that the more points you put into purity, the boost on the right will go up and give you a boost to your attack, right? If it's like an A or an S in a stat, then that means the item scales incredibly well the more XP points you put into that stat. And based on that intel, he decided he would start using the Frog Lance going forward as his main weapon. And then we found out we could change our stats. By using an item called a Nascent Doubt, we could reset our stats or even retool our traits. So both me and Kaden just gave ourselves all red and yellow traits and moved on with climbing upwards. Climbing up to this tree, we hit our first instance of what I call waiting for Kaden. Sometimes, Kaden would just be struggling with some jumps or enemies down below, and I would be patiently waiting for him at the next boss door.
Alright, let's go.
Who the f*** is this?
Oh my.
Barbarian King. Bandit leader. Careful.
Oh, he... Okay, wait, I can get back up, I guess.
Oh wait, you're still in the arena? He's coming after you! What the f***?
Oh, I fell.
Okay. Where the f*** is he? He's not coming back up. Get back up here. I'm like, is this cooked? Like, where's this guy? Okay. I went down to fight him, I guess.
I shouldn't have came back in.
Whoa! Okay, I'm dead. The bandit leader was just a big guy with an axe who has this weird arena. It's split up so that if you fall off the top, you have a second lease of life to fight him when he drops down, instead of insta-falling out of the boss fight. But in multiplayer, if he's aggroed on the guy that falls, he just kind of drops down and never comes back up. When you die, you don't fall too far away, but some of the jumps are a bit tricky. We had a very decent second attempt, but Kaden accidentally jumped out of the arena and I failed to solo clutch. While we did figure out that a perfect parry stuns this boss, we never got close again to killing him. But I did learn that if he kills you and you fall out of the arena at the same time, wherever you hit the ground after falling out of the arena will be your death spot and you'll chain a fall even further, which would prove to be brutal later on. But luckily in our time of need, a random friend showed up. Is someone in there
This
with
is not
you?
you.
Someone
Yeah.
in there? The fuck?
Oh, it's someone.
Oh shit, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Oh, you fell.
I fucking trolled. It's fine.
You see, Kaden and I weren't in a private party. We joined each other in a public session. So this random guy just pulled up, and we were able to help each other out fighting this boss. Well, he was definitely able to help us out.
Drop in on his head for the killing blow.
That's crazy. I knocked him off. I think I just killed him.
Oh, we got him.
I just killed him. I literally. Wait, I need to clip that.
Thank you, Snorkin, or
I
whatever your
think
name
I might
was.
have killed him. Dude, I think he was like 1 HP, and I did my strong attack through him, and my lance pushed him off the edge.
we just used him to like take out the second phase of the boss, and then I jumped in and got the last
Yeah.
hit. I literally got the last hit.
It turns out Bellman was in this boss arena tied up the whole time, and after killing the boss, we rescue him, and he calls our win a fluke. This boss proved to be a dead end though, and was in fact entirely optional. So we climbed to the right instead and found this black knight with one arm who invited us to fight him in his tree castle. This treehouse area was heavily guarded by knights, and after fighting through the army, we made it to the black knight fight.
Oh, you're fighting his bitch ass already. Hello?
Yeah, I'm locked in, bro. Oh, he just rolled.
Yeah, he does a fat roll. Ow.
Oh my god.
Ow. Ow.
My fault.
Chill on me, bro! What the f? He just
Did
jumped.
he just kill you?
He just jumped.
Oh no! You knocked me off. Asshole.
Wait.
Oh, you go through the tree trunk.
And he kicked our ass. This guy does a lot of jumping flip spin attacks, and also fat rolling, which makes him invincible. His arena is pretty safe, with only one gap to fall into, but he can be tricky when trying to jump over him. However, with our third buddy still fighting alongside us, who was actually a very talented player, we made quick work of this guy.
Oh, that hits me, really. Block. Yup. Bang. Big parry. And we kill him. Finish him off. Just halt. Yup. Easy game.
We're the goats.
It's too clean. Treehouse passage key. Yeah, he already
Yeah.
did it.
Entering this door in the arena, we find Percy, who was apparently conversing with the Black Knight, who offered to lend Percy the key, but we accidentally interrupted their meeting and defeated him, taking the key for ourselves. After moving on past the treehouse area, the Black Knight is found chilling here pondering. Turns out, he's actually a good guy. This red tree area had some tricky jumps, and we eventually found a split path. We could either progress to the next area or keep climbing the tree. So naturally, we kept climbing the tree, where they even had some borrowed level design from Jump King Map 1. And then it was time for Zanzibar, who said some questionable things.
I don't know what that
Whoa,
is.
whoa, whoa, whoa! What did he
That's
just
kinda
say?
crazy.
What did he say?
Yeah.
As always, we got cooked.
Oh,
Also-
he's got me in a corner, bro. He's laughing. What the backslash? Does he hit behind? Oh, he does. Careful. Chill on me. Hey, whoa!
I cooked you.
But then reinforcements arrived, and our third friend showed up in full classic Jump King armor. So together we fought. This guy's sword may be big, but he's got some insane moves. Inspired by the boss, we found this new tech.
What up?
What are you doing? What the is that?
Wait, look. Hold on.
How'd
You
do
can like
that?
slide on it.
Whoa!
But I don't know what the point is because I can't really slide far. But
It's just maybe it's more like boss movement. You can like slide away to get extra distance. That's actually tech. That's tech.
We never really developed a clear strategy with this guy. We just kind of brute forced it. With the help of our third friend, Kaden ended up killing the boss after I died, meaning we unfortunately had to refight him so I could kill him. And this time without our third friend who moved on without us. Feeling weak, I decided to go back to the treehouse and farm some level ups so I could use the Balding Stars weapon that scaled with my faith. And I upgraded the weapon as much as I could. And after a few more tries with my new and improved fast attacking weapons, we stunned the boss and absolutely rolled him.
Come up. Come up. Come up.
Get his
Come up.
ass, get
Come
his
up.
ass.
Come up.
comboed. Comboed.
You're hitting me.
All right, I'm back.
Oh, we're good.
Yes,
He's dead.
sir. Yes, sir.
He was dead and you were hitting me. I was like, oh shit. Let's go.
As it turns out, if you land a light attack with this new weapon, it changes to a quick triple attack combo, allowing me to rack up some quick damage and retreat once the animation was finished. That boss fight win felt good. Then we realized something about the armor stats.
Wait, I just went up to Guts 8 and got Sophistication.
Your stats are different. You have like your base stats, and I think your armor and shit gives you boosts on those stats.
Oh, the attributes.
So, like your base guts
change
is
the
like
armor.
4 or something, but like yeah, my base guts like 4, my gold guts is like a 9.
We were still confused though, but it didn't matter because we got quickly distracted.
I thought this would be like a dead
Yeah.
end and we go to the right. Wait, Jump King, our armor in this chest.
Now we were both wearing the classic Jump King armor set, and we were moving on to the next area, the encampment. Climbing up to the encampment, I collected this note on the ground that apparently granted me with debt to someone named Fat Don. After a quick meeting with Igor and a weapon switch from Kaden, who was now using the Claymore, I ascended up to the left and found another boss.
Oh
Holy
my
f-
god.
Dude,
This
it's like
looks
Sekiro, bro. It's the Sekiro boss.
I need to heal real quick.
Can't get around him.
You got around him. Huge. Oh, he's about to wombo combo me in this corner though.
Go.
Yeah, he broke my stamina. I'm dead.
I
Oh,
I'm
I
dead.
almost killed you. You blocked my attack, then he killed you from
Oh
behind.
my god, the wind puts you into the encampment. No, no, this can't be real.
I died.
Decent first attempt and a brutal falling position, dropping you into the encampment. We go again. You just gotta be careful because he will, like, after his third hit, he will jump around and, like, swing.
Oh my god, that 180 is fucking big.
He did it both ways. Twice, 3 times, 4 times.
Oh, come on. I put the shield away. He's just
He
doing it
180
over.
again,
Oh, God.
bro. He's farming. Yeah, he's just spamming it now. Hello?
Brother,
oh
brother,
my god, he won't
Brother,
stop.
brother, relax.
We stopped.
Bro, relax, man.
What am I supposed to do about that, bro?
Off. Help. Stop swinging. Stop swinging.
Oh,
Stop swinging.
yeah. Get
Back
out,
up,
get
back
out.
up, back up.
Get out. Yeah. I have no more hot dog after this.
Yeah, me neither. Ow.
Sorry.
You're hitting me. You're hitting me.
All good. I'm locking in. Wait, he's solo. He's solo. You got it.
Dead.
I hit him so much. Nice.
Easy.
Easy. Good work. I mean,
I was trying to help you kill him, and you just hit me through.
Then, right after that, was another boss.
Fat
Oh, this is
man.
free. This is free. We got this.
after charging, he gets tired.
Oh.
You just spam him.
Yeah.
Wombo
Dude,
combo.
that's sick.
Wombo
That's actually
combo.
sick distance from. That's sick spacing from you. Dead.
Nice.
So free.
I mean, it's
so
so
free.
free.
Dude, your
I
spacing.
took
Your
no
spacing was.
hits.
Your spacing was insane. Because I was wailing
we're
on him, and your
different.
claimer was not hitting me, and it was perfect.
That boss fight was so satisfying because of the absolutely insane teamwork at play. Kaden and I were developing into a formidable duo with our new preferred weapons and our comfortability with the game's mechanics. Every new fight was a learning curve that we welcomed with open arms. Our camaraderie and wonder of every new boss fight to come was peak vibes as we progressed. And I don't know about you, Steve, but it really felt like Kaden and I were both heavily enjoying this game.
Levels look stable, boss. I'd have to agree with you here.
As we came out the other side of the key door, we found a locked door that required a sewer key. So with no way forward, we were forced to enter the encampment.
Die.
yeah,
Let me
this-
attack, man. I died. It wouldn't let me attack. I was stun locked.
Yeah, so the encampment knocked us back down to earth real quick. There were so many enemies, and the introduction of these massive shielded knights made dealing with them all at once a very difficult task.
Dude.
Whether we were fighting or running, there was no escaping the countless deaths that followed us, trying to climb through the encampment.
Look at them. Look at them fucking rats.
Oh
They're still
my
coming for me.
God,
They're
get
still,
me
I just
out.
died, and they're still out to aggroing.
But eventually, we reached the top where we found the tower key that allowed us to open this small shortcut.
Wait, is it just
Oh, it
to
just
get
goes
up here?
up.
Oh my god.
And then, it was time for the encampment boss.
Oh. Holy shit,
Whoa,
he
why
is
is he
bald.
got no head armor, bro? Just hit him in the head.
Little Eggman.
He looks like the final boss from Mega Man X with the purple armor.
He's gonna knock me off at this rate.
Oh, his shield.
He also broke my stamina really fast.
Oh, you seen the dodges?
Uh-oh. I'm cooked. Uh-oh, I just jumped into him. I'm
Careful.
dead. Yeah, I died in. Dude, he does a lot. Okay, it does put you right at the tower, though, so it's good we unlocked it, I guess.
The captain fight was going to be a tough one. He's only able to be attacked from one side due to this big shield, and he's got big swooping slashes from his great axe that do a lot of damage. And to top it off, he's pretty damn nimble for being so big. His arena is annoying too. If he knocks you off the edge, you get stuck in the mud down here, which limits your jump and movement speed. And then he will just stand above you, poking downwards and killing you in the mud. You can get back up, but it can be difficult when he's just poking away at you. Then at half health, he will start to order archers to fire arrows across the entire arena in an instant. We struggled a bunch, but we were still brute forcing it. Eventually, we got the hang of it, but unfortunately, we ran into another situation where Kaden beat the boss after I died.
Just spam him before we
I might be dead.
gets to the really good arrows.
Good.
Yeah, go heal, go heal. Oh, I can't help you with that, though.
Ouch. Get up, man! Oh my God,
Back up,
get
back up. I got
Oh,
you. Oh,
I'm dead.
you're cooked. And I blocked you on accident.
he's one
I'm gonna, dude, it's gonna happen again. Yeah, I won.
It was starting to get very frustrating because we had one very good run, but I unfortunately died, and now we couldn't string together a good attempt. The shield!
You back up? Oh.
I don't know. I can't believe we're hung up on this. Guy's like not even hard.
Yeah, it's annoying because we beat him pretty fast. Okay,
Okay, he
that's
just doesn't
that
care
already
about me.
happens. Yeah, I'm just gonna die. If I get hit, I'm dead, so I gotta be careful. Alright, I heal and then I'm alright.
I somehow dodged all that. Oh,
Yeah, outplayed.
dude.
No,
Oh,
no,
that's so,
no.
so unfortunate. I got you. I'm blocking. He's so focused on you, though. I have to jump past. Uh-oh. I trolled you, maybe.
I'm fine.
You're good, okay. What? My
I'll
attack didn't
dive.
go through.
You jump back. Get him. Get him.
My. Nah, I can't. Now I'll go behind him.
Oh, that hit me. Perfect.
I'm 1 HP. I have to leave. Alright. You got it. You got it. You got it. Easy. Yeah, get shit on. Trash can.
You piece of
Teabag his
shit.
ass.
Ah, man, I was locked in that room.
Finally, bro.
I was so
yeah,
f***ing
you were
locked.
got it.
We finally did it, and you can tell by our voices we were relieved to be past that guy finally. But we collected the sewer key to move on. In the sewers was a confusing maze of an area, with unfamiliar bug and rat enemies and curse-inducing mushrooms. Ow! Having been playing for 7.5 hours, dying over and over again in the sewers meant that we were pretty much burnt out for the day. But in my struggles to climb through the sewers, I ended up finding the secret sewer key before we decided to call it a day. Okay, so we ended the day successful, but the encampment and the sewers definitely brought us back down to earth. And hey, you know, everyone needs a good humbling from time to time. No big deal. Overall, I still think day one was a blast, and I was still very sure that Kaden was enjoying the game.
Actually, there's been a shift in the levels. It seems the captain was enough to bring down the fun meters a bit.
Ah, it's fine. It's only a slight shift. We just need some sleep to get a mental reset. On to day 2. Day 2 started off with the struggles versus the flies.
Get me out.
The sewers had a lack of sources to get hot dog slices back for health, and the confusing layout and tricky jumps led to lots of large death falls.
I don't trust. I say as a bottom sewer is struggling. Oh, you died to fall damage.
Eventually, after dying a few times, I realized I had the secret sewer key from yesterday and started to explore this area of back rooms. Okay, so I like literally just skipped right back to where I was essentially. I'm at the top.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
So I now had a shortcut to the top of the section, and soon enough, Kaden did too. And seeing that the way out of the sewers was locked, we had no choice but to fight the boss. All right, let's see what this boss is.
Maybe grab a couple pots.
Oh. It is Fat Don. So Fat Don is this giant obese fly with double fly swatter weapons who fights in this weird split level arena with 2 pits separating the middle platform and the outer hallways. I think this fight is supposed to make you feel cramped for space, but me and Kaden quickly figured out a strategy. Whoa,
Yeah, we have to get over him once he stands in the middle, and then we can wail on him back and forth.
I'll come behind him.
I'm blocking. Oh, nice. Wait, just combo his ass.
I'm fine. Chill. Oh, again, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, you got the strat.
Okay, I got hit, but
Blocked him.
okay, I'm not even gonna heal.
Backing. Nice. Oh, he's stunned.
Alright, I'm healing now. I had to heal. I mean, this guy's terrible. GG.
Low-key, we owned his ass. Get asshole. Wait, where the goat? And after absolutely rolling Fat Don, it was the immediate boost of morale we needed, exiting the sewers and moving on to bigger and better things. Out of the sewers brought us to the uptown outskirts, where we finally reached Ronnie's Tavern. I'm going into the council meeting, bro. Remember with Percy and everybody?
Yeah.
After using the password, we enter the cellar of the pub and meet the council. Bellman is here, and so is Zanzibar, and then this monk guy who we didn't really know. Then Ronnie comes down the stairs, and eventually Percy shows up. But to speed this whole meeting up, here's a quick rundown of the lore. They're speaking a lot of Old English gibberish, but in between all the fluff, they mention a prophecy. 7 relics scattered, never lost. From below, the star shall rise. Apparently, Unc gave Percy a star pendant that indicates that Percy is the prophecy hero. This and the relics will help him take on someone named Krolk, who apparently has stolen the crown. Krolk wants to end the world with something called Armaboggin, which if you know anything about the Boggin ghost of the Babe, sounds like a terrible fate for the world. The only relic we know of is the Armor of Fate that someone named High-Order Greg has, but he's a fool who can't wield it properly. Then it's revealed that the hero needs his posse to venture forth with him, and we're disrespected again, being labeled as the squire of the expedition. Our ultimate goal is to head to the land where the sun don't shine, and Ronnie gives Percy the Sword of the Light Lord, which maybe is another relic? The characters use the phrase babe willing because this land is devoid of women, so they pray to the babes because women are godly figures in the world. And then, Percy urges us to follow him further on the journey, and of course, we move onwards. Kaden and I really didn't care too much about the story of this game while we were playing. Like Dark Souls, the story beats are subtle and kind of come and go while the gameplay really takes the spotlight. However, coming from Jump King, which doesn't really have lore, this adventure is clearly building up to something, and the world building potential that having all these bosses and enemies can provide puts this game in prime position to have some incredible connecting lore, even if the story is secondary to the gameplay. So it still intrigued me to see where it was headed. So Kaden and I ventured forward to find Percy again. It seems like this castle, there's a chasm in our way, and we can't jump it. Shouldn't be a problem for 3 strapping redfins like ourselves. Let's... Oh, bro just made the f***ing jump. Oh, dude.
Bro, what?
We can't make the jump, so we're just gonna fall into the bog. That's what's happening.
Alright. Swag.
Send it. Yeah, there's no way we can make that. Saw the ice, dude. Dude,
And
no,
in the
not the
bog.
fog, dude. So after fighting our way up in the first area, we were now reset all the way back to the bog, the rock bottom point of a brand new area to climb.
Man, we gotta do this shit. Oh, this is gonna be miserable.
You don't even know what the bog does to a man. If you don't know, when underwater in Jump King, all timings are doubled, making the gameplay twice as slow. It takes a second to adjust to the new jump timings, and the further up we climbed, we found these weird hand enemies.
Move! It's not, what?
Luckily, the bog was a bit nicer in this game than in the original. For one, remember that swim mechanic? Yeah, now we had a mid-air double jump that we could use to adjust our jump timings. And also, there's no mud here, allowing us to readjust on each ledge by walking. Now for me, I'm a patient person. I wouldn't be good at these games if I wasn't. So slowly but surely, I was grinding my way out. But for Kaden, I was very worried, because I wasn't so sure his patience would hold firm. After the initial climb, the bog opens up to the right, where there's tons of hands clawing at you while you loop up and back to the left to exit the bog. And just like that, I was out. And once you're out, you gain a key to unlock the shortcuts in the bog and get out quicker if you fall back in. But with there being no healing items down in the bog, once you run out, it becomes twice as hard. And unfortunately for Kaden, he was stuck. So I used this opportunity of waiting for Kaden to poke around and learn some things that would benefit the both of us. And through the power of conversation, hopefully I could distract Kaden from getting too frustrated. This is actually so cool. Like, from a guy who's played Jump King and, like, you know, been through the bog and stuff, the fact that they're like, it's not the same level design, but they're like weaving the old areas into like a story mode type shit. Like, this is like Jump King story mode. It's so cool. Like, this is the type of shit like that I would like dream up of when I was a kid or something playing a game, you know?
Yeah, it's really creative.
I wandered around into these passive knights that won't hurt you, but they'll give you a push if you're in their way. I'm assuming they're in charge of protecting these monks, who in this church worship their god, the Bog Mother. These monks are babe non-believers, and instead fear the Bog Mother and wish to not anger her. To the Lady of the Bog we pray. I like how every godly figure, or like every idol that people worship in this universe is a woman. It's literally like women are the gods in this world. It's so awesome. After listening to a quick sermon, I talked to this guy and agreed to try and help him find a way to restore the flow of holy water to the church. But not knowing how to do that, I moved on. Oh, a commune point. Wait, should I try to go back to the Boglink Shrine and see like if there was a roadblock? So apparently, the Boglink Shrine was a hub area we could have traveled to at the beginning of the game, and we totally missed out on all this information that would have immediately rid us of all confusion. So I decided to have a read and sift through the gibberish. Many seem to forget that the proper balance of sanguine blood, which is red, choleric yellow bile, which is yellow, phlegmatic phlegm, which is blue, and melancholic black bile is needed for a healthy lifestyle. Wait, so you need a balance of all four?
And we have two.
Oh, we only have two. Those who remember and act upon this will experience great bonuses to their total health. Where does it say?
I'm like chaotic or something. Catastrophic.
Catastrophical is the worst one.
That's wait, what?
Yeah, we need blue. We need blue and gray, man. So yeah, we absolutely made the wrong call on all our traits. We needed a gargoyle ASAP to respec our builds. We also ran into a point of confusion with the whetstones. The whole game we'd been upgrading with every hot or cold whetstone we come across, and after reading, we were still unsure whether or not using both hot and cold was negatively affecting our weapon. And in my concern for my weapon, I realized something cool. Oh my god, I just realized I have so many special attacks with this weapon that I've never used. So with this new knowledge, I checked the map to determine what lied ahead for our journey. Oh, there's a dragon on the map. That doesn't look good. And finally, Kaden exited the bog, and together we could progress. But this new area wasn't holding anything back. These goblins are a huge pain in the ass. There's the normal dagger enemies who rarely get hit stunned. There's these axe throwers who for some reason have painfully good accuracy. And then these big guys with their giant shield arms who do heavy damage.
Boss, we might have an issue. Caden's tilt levels has surpassed its fun levels.
Yeah, that is a problem. But it was probably just a bog. Once we figure out these new enemies and fight a good boss, he'll recover. We come to this bridge where this assassin tells us he will be hunting us in this area on behalf of Krulk. So it's the first instance of the overarching villain of the story attacking us. But as it turns out, this guy just shows up as a mini-boss and we kinda cheesed him very easily. Luckily there was a gargoyle statue up here. So Kaden and I were able to swap out some of our red and yellow attributes for gray and blue attributes. And then this renew option allowed us to get all of our level ups back to completely respec our points. The only issue was, it didn't take into account our armor buffs. So even though our percentages were at 100 for perfect balance and max health bonus in the level up menu, when exiting, the balance got all messed up due to the effect our armor had. Luckily, we never upgraded any armor yet, so we had an option to counter this. Basically, we mixed and matched random armor pieces to get perfect balances again. So now I look like this, and Kaden looks like this. At the bottom of Gurglevale, the area branches off into 3 paths. In the middle middle is this tower with the passive guards again. The tower is locked, so we'll need to find a key to enter and progress. On the left is this gloomy area with a bunch of bird enemies, which skips the tower but is basically a much more frustrating way to get to the top of Gurglevale. While not too terribly difficult, the problem is there's a boss at the top of Gurglevale that will drop you at the foot of the tower sometimes, and if the tower is locked, you'll have to climb up back through the bird area, which would have been miserable. And lastly, to the right, we come across the catacombs and the graveyard. This is where we headed first, and while it did end up being an optional area, it was definitely the right choice. The area was home to more goblin enemies, but this time they have shovels. Dude, the knife throwers are... I just died to a ranged shovel. Why is their shovel guy have a ranged attack?
Yeah.
Into the graveyard basin, there's also these big guys who carry lanterns through the fog, and let's just say they hit hard. Ow, okay, he just did 75% of my HP in one hit.
I feel like we might be at the wrong part of the game.
As Kaden pointed out, we really started to feel a difficulty spike with this area. These enemies were tough. They rarely got hit stunned, hit like a truck, and there were just so many of them. But through sheer perseverance and the power of friendship, Kaden and I stuck it out and kept climbing further up. Through the hordes of enemies, at the top left of this area was a passageway containing the tower key, as well as shortcuts back to Gurglevale and the top of the tower. But instead of doing that, we went back to explore the rest of the graveyard. At the very top of the area lies another optional boss. What is this?
Dark Faith something.
Oh,
Okay, what the is happening?
He's just got status effects. This cultist leader was sitting atop the graveyard, on the small platform arena, with little spiked platforms off the edges that will do extra damage. He wields 2 sickles, and he uses them to cut himself using blood attacks that also build the status effect of fear. If your fear meter fills up, your character becomes stunned on his back for a couple seconds, leaving you vulnerable. So the strat was definitely to avoid the blood attacks and not get terrified. But this guy also has ranged attacks, the ability to teleport, and a lot of range and mobility with his attacks due to his quickness. And at half health, he hits the whole arena with an AoE fear attack. Whoa, I'm stunned, I'm stunned. This boss fight taught Kaden and I a serious lesson.
Wait, you stun him so much. No wonder you're kicking his ass.
Some fights are naturally just more suited to one of our 2 different weapons. Because my weapons were smaller, when attacking the cultist, I'm much more open to his quick sickle attacks. My openings were far much smaller windows too, because of how quickly this boss can move. Meanwhile, Caden's claymore could reach the boss from afar, and even if he was moving, the sword's large swipes would still catch him. Not to mention, Caden's weapon had a lot more hit stun than mine did. After a bunch of deaths, this random guy showed up. What is this? Vultus, mini-boss. Caden's advantage over the boss helped him clutch out a fight after I died. And then we struggled for a while trying to take him down together. Not the ranged attack, it double hits into the spikes! Why? Why does it double hit? And finally, we took him out for good.
Okay, I'm just gonna let you so
I didn't even stun him there. I just blocked.
I'm not doing anything. Okay, cool. We beat him. Let's work. I'll get the final blow.
Yeah, you did it.
What a shitty.
Halfway through day 2, and it was honestly me that was tilting. It felt like for the past 3 bosses, Caden's build and skill in the fight was looking much better than mine was. It was honestly a U-turn from earlier. Caden was sounding like he was enjoying the game more than I was, which I was perfectly fine with, to be honest, because I knew there was no chance I was gonna give up. So if this could keep up, Kaden and I were gonna beat the game perfectly fine with peak vibes.
You're right, boss. Kaden levels have evened out. But your levels have started to worry me.
I'll be fine, Steve. Relax. I got this. As we headed back down into Gurglevale to enter the bird area, I was doing my best to manage my tilt levels.
Oh, I forgot he does landing damage.
Okay, maybe this area isn't that much easier.
I mean, the enemies are just harder to kill, but they're not like doing more damage. Okay, he's coming after me, man. What is this? Why? I just died twice again. Why is he still aggro? And I just died. It takes one line of code to be like, if dead, stop aggro. Like, why? Why? I'm dead, man.
We fought this giant bird boss who comes with a tower guard guy as an ally, but that fight was useless because it just connects back to the tower again. But then we went further up and fought yet another giant bird boss, but this time, no ally and too many birds accompanying the boss. These bird bosses actually improved my enjoyment and calmed me down because of how much easier they were, but Kaden on the other hand was declining.
Oh, great. Bird.
What
Again.
the I just got
Did you
body
just get
blocked.
knocked out? Yeah,
Yes. Whatever,
That's
bro.
crazy.
And then, well, I might have accidentally added fuel to the fire.
Kill yourself. Oh my god.
I was just trying to hit the bird, man. You jumped in front of me.
Bro.
It's not my fault.
And then the game added fuel to the fire.
Just wait a second. So you
Alright,
don't hit the
bro.
fucking guy.
Oh, wait. My game glitched. I can't even lie to you. Dude, what the f is going on? I'm getting bullied. You need to cut. I didn't even enter the arena and it kicked me out when you fall.
And then it happened to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
If shitter.
And then to make matters worse, I soloed the boss.
I'm just turned the wrong way. Are you kidding?
Wailed on him.
Please
Okay, I
hit.
killed him.
Alright, huge.
You see, these giant birds were easy for me because I realized I could manipulate them into attacking by jumping towards them and then away really quickly with my smaller weapons. Then, when they were locked into that animation, I could find free windows to attack by jumping back towards them during their animations and lag and get a combo off before they attack again. Fortunately, with a little bit more of a struggle, Kaden also soloed him, and we moved on to the area past the top of the tower.
This is not looking good.
But first, speaking of the tower, unlocking it at the bottom led to a much shorter path up through Gurglevale that had much easier jumps with full hop lineups that I could teach Kaden. There's also this guy who apparently if I had talked to him before killing the birds, he would have asked me to kill them to see if it makes the Bogmother happy. After telling him I killed them both, he comes to the conclusion that it didn't bring back the Bogmother's grace, and he gives us a note to bring back to the original guy from the church. Grateful for at least trying to help, this guy will now sell us holy water, and he even gives us a free level up. Holy water is a consumable that gets rid of the status effect of fear. However, we never actually ended up using it, but we will take the free level up. Now for the area above the tower. There's a short climb up here with a couple of goblin enemies before another boss door awaited us, blocking the path ahead. And at this point, Kaden had somehow fallen all the way back down into the bog.
I'm in the bog now. My timings are messed up.
So I headed in to face the boss. Welcome to Kaden and I's pick for the hardest boss in the game. Oh, It's a bird.
Another bird?
I feel like in every Souls-like game, there's always that one boss that just stops your progress dead in its tracks. The Cockatrice was that boss for us. Fighting this guy, he had a lot of very similar attacks to the bird boss, just on a larger and more dangerous scale. The only issue with this guy was, if you tried to jump over him, more often than not, he will fake you out with the step back move, where you will land in front of him, still allowing him to kill you. He also had a much bigger and more dangerous tail, and shielding him was a lost cause, because most of his attacks are multi-hits, and the first one will usually stagger you, leaving you vulnerable for the next hits in the combo. Eventually, Kaden returned from the bog, and I taught him some full hop lineups for the tower, so he wouldn't be struggling to get back up with each death. And then, we tried to fight the boss together, full of confidence.
Yeah, that's why we won't die. I mean, like, I'm just a goat. I'm the combat goat. That's why I'm here. Bro, what? Are you gonna attack? Like, don't die to fall damage. Oh my, you can't make it up.
After a bunch of deaths fighting together, we came to the executive decision that we should be trying to solo this fight. The boss was too big and fast, and usually we fight bosses on either side of the boss. But since he jumps back a lot and can attack in either direction no matter where he's facing, and the fact that his feet do damage when he lands, it just wasn't working out.
This is not good. Okay, he does it every...
Okay, I just got rolled. Because of my experience with the previous bird bosses, I felt like solo, I could manipulate the boss's animations. And I ended up being right. The key to this boss was to always take space. The step back move from the boss is actually a big advantage for the player because it allows the player to take the space for free. Due to the boss being hard to jump over and practically unstunnable, he could easily destroy the player if he just keeps pushing forward and taking space and only step backing when the player tries to jump over him. He could just trap us in the corner and kill us or knock us off the edge, but the step back gives us the opening to take the space. So by jumping forward every time he step backs, I could be controlling center stage. Then I would always be landing with attacks, then quickly jumping back when he triggers his next animation, before diving in again during his end lag. While it still was extremely difficult to reuse animations and capitalize, I at least was making progress and adapting to the fight. And it honestly felt like an amazingly difficult challenge that felt masterable. There was still a heavy amount of tilting going on.
No. That is not how I lose.
Uh-oh.
But while Kaden's enjoyment seemed to be declining, mine was holding firm, even through the increased tilt.
What is happening? Dan's levels are completely defying the rules of the system.
While I was owning him in the fight, at half health, a second phase brings a shift in the boss's behavior. For one, he stops step backing as much, making taking space a little harder. Then, with less room to work with, the boss pulls out this new attack where he retreats and flies in the air before U-turning and crashing down, sliding across the arena with a triple attack. And then, the arena starts crumbling and 3 big boulders will start simultaneously falling in the arena. So while you're managing to fight and dodge the boss, you also have to space perfectly in between the boulders, which sometimes are just unavoidable. But something about perfectly spacing and punishing this boss was entrancing. While on some attempts I died quickly, other attempts were like this flow state, where I was in the boss's head just punishing him endlessly without getting hit.
I just love when he does that. It's so free. It's like free hits for me.
It was really hard, don't get me wrong, but I genuinely felt like this was a well-designed boss. Kaden, on the other hand, felt like this boss was total bullshit.
He does the flutter attack and blocks my jump over him. And I just jumped off the edge, like...
without
No.
the right ending.
Dude, I'm gonna punch my monitor. The ways I'm dying are so stupid.
With his weapon being much slower and clunky, the boss fight for him was a game of getting one swing in and then dodging, which was much slower and much less satisfying. The end lag on his weapon made his timings tighter, so if he was slightly off on a dive timing, it would feel like sometimes he was making the right choices and still getting punished. With more and more tilt pouring in for both me and Kaden, I was starting to get closer to killing the boss. But this boss fight was causing issues to the enjoyment meters. My tilt was being channeled and converted into enjoyment.
Boost meters are overflowing! The experiment wasn't designed to consider what would happen if the player was a masochist! What do we do? What happened? Someone get eyes on the gameplay.
That catches me, are you serious? Oh my god, I stunned him. Oh my god, I killed him! Oh my god! Let's go!
What? No way you actually beat him.
I was genuinely so locked in, I didn't even realize I killed him. We started this boss fight at midnight. 2.5 hours later into the night, I finally finished it and ended my stream waiting in the next area.
All systems online. Looks like we're good. All is back to normal. The tilt is gone and the enjoyment is at a stable maximum. And over here, oh boy, that's not good.
Kaden, bless his soul, kept streaming until he beat the boss.
No, that's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. Oh my god. Oh my god.
His tilt meter had frozen over due to a meter phenomenon known as moping. Instead of being angry and crashing out and the meter being hot and red, he's regressed into a miserable frustration filled with sighs and disdain.
Oh my god. I can't.
But he was still making progress, and eventually, he got there.
Dude, the rock. My poise. Thank god he's running away. Thank god, bro. Get me out of this, bro. Get me out, bro. God, I'm done with this hellhole. This is the worst boss fight in the game.
Kaden stayed up until 4 a.m. beating this boss, and capped off his stream at almost 9.5 hours. And while he describes this boss as the worst boss in the game, with clear misery in his voice, there's gotta be some aspect of satisfaction in that win. Because at the end of the day, he proved himself through his own sheer willpower and committed an extra 1.5 hours to killing the cockatrice after I went to sleep. So here's where we stand heading into day 3. After that catastrophe, the meters have mellowed out. I'm riding the high off the back of that boss fight, and Kaden was more relieved than anything after the fight, sitting here, sort of in a more neutral place. Maybe not looking forward to what's ahead with the same whimsy that I was.
I need a vacation.
The new area we entered was called Gutter Gap Gully, and it was split 3 ways again.
Okay, so it looks like there's 2 ways to go from where I stand. There's Crown Way, which is this like door to the left. Or we go, oh, there's 3. Or we go straight up Gutter Gap Gully, which is, I heard that's what they call your mother. And then there's also Sunken Ruin on the right.
With a night's rest under our belts, we first went into the Sunken Ruin, which was just a small area to the right with a bunch of random items. Then we explored the Cave of Glee, which was another dead-end path with a frog boss at the end of it. But we kind of brute forced it and slayed the frog. Kaden found this passageway that leads back to the first area in Red Crown Woods. But eager to beat the game, we progressed up Gutter Gap Gully, finding another split path. Fungal Fields was the correct way to go, but in typical fashion, Kaden and I started to explore a side area called Demon Baron Keep. Having no clue if it was a side area or not, we were actually venturing deep into the hardest area in the game. The Demon Keep had 2 ways to climb. The front way through hordes of enemies and some tricky jumps, or the backrooms way that had tricky jumps and swinging axes to avoid. I ended up taking the back way at first, as the jumps were no match for me. But once Kaden arrived, it made more sense to team up and fight through the enemies, instead of making him go through any difficult platforming segments. So let's take a look at what kinds of enemies stand defending the Demon Keep. So you've got the big cloaked guys, you've got the Plague Doctor triple crossbow guys, but then you also have the normal Plague Doctor guys that walk on all 4s and the normal Plague Doctor guys who wield maces. Oh, and don't forget the random f*** you birds that chase you around. The front area is basically divided into 3 screens. The outer keep, the inner keep, and the keep tower before the boss. All 3 areas are loaded with enemies and have limited healing items. And the enemies are not only annoying, but they're strong. Not to mention, running through 1,000,000 triple crossbow archers is mind-melting. I could have tried the backrooms area again, but the top of that route only takes you to the basement of the inner keep, so it's not like it's a shortcut past all the enemies. The only way was through, and the tilt would be on the rise for both of us.
Oh, God, no.
I eventually came to the realization that most of the enemies could just be skipped as long as the archers weren't shooting triple shots and messing up our jumps. So every time they respawned, I would try to take the archers out immediately. Sometimes it didn't matter though, and we would just miss one of the tricky jumps and get swarmed. Finally, we made it into the castle where the enemy archers are strategically placed, spaced out from each other on this messy climb with a few tricky jumps before the boss. I found a nice path with full hop lineups, but Kaden was struggling.
I'm literally just having to go down because there's no way to go up. Like, dude, where am I?
When I finally made it to the boss, I was greeted with a pretty cruel troll before making it to the door.
Okay, there's a patrol of 3 idiots here.
There's just a random ass mini boss too that I've never seen before.
While waiting for Kaden, in the final room, I essentially killed every enemy in the tower so Kaden could just focus on the jumps. You can tell how tilted we were just based off of how silent we had become. This area took us legit 1 hour of constant deaths and climbing before we took our first shot at the boss. I decided to first take a look solo while waiting for Kaden.
How far
I'll give her a look.
boss thing is.
Just like such a demoralizing looking boss arena. And then to cap it all off, the world's most brutal fall, taking you out of the castle and into the inner keep.
No, dude.
Hey, man.
I guess where he drops you if you...
Yeah, I could see where. I'm assuming you're right below me right now.
And then, if you get knocked off the edge and die upon hitting the ground in the inner keep, you can fall to this ledge, where if the archer is alive...
And he knocked me off. Where does this go?
Brother, I just
What?
got trolled so hard.
And the enemies are constantly respawning on a timer, making the runbacks brutal, especially if we weren't killing the archers. Finally, Kaden was able to make it to the top, and the two of us were able to get an attempt in together.
Okay, so you
Careful,
can walk
careful.
under though, yeah.
Look, he will... Oh, he didn't do it. Okay. Holy, you see the spacing on the jump to not get hit by the axe? He's kind of
Yeah.
slow though, so it's kind of nice.
Oh, okay, that's sick.
Oh shit.
I might
Oh,
kill you.
Me. Yeah.
In all honesty, the boss wasn't too terribly hard. It was just the giant axe in the arena that kept us pinned in the corners, and this guy was great at knocking us off the edge with his flails. And if we messed up our jump heights, the axe would knock us off the edge. Like I said, he really wasn't that bad, but we fell into a vicious cycle where the attempts became few and far between due to the long climb back up with jumps that were regularly tripping up Kaden.
Alright, time to miss the first jump in the keep. This jump. Dude, oh my god!
No way you did it.
Dude, it's so punishing. I have to go through this whole part just to get to one jump. And then
The tilt was coming to a boil, and we were starting to lose our heads.
Can I please get some water?
There were legitimately sometimes 10 minutes of fighting through respawned enemies in between boss attempts. At 90 minutes of this area, I was only starting my third boss attempt. It was ridiculous. I was improving and getting used to killing the enemies and jumping past a lot of them. But Kaden was definitely having a much tougher time, to the point where I would ask him where he was and just start running solo attempts if he was too far down. On one of our attempts together, however, Kaden was the first one of us to find out what new trick the boss had up his sleeve at half health.
Fall onto. The bird just like knocked me off and almost killed
he
me.
double triple shockwave. What? What is going on? He's past half health, so he's getting crazy now. Nah, f you, man. Please don't let it fall damage. I'll crash out. I think I'm fine.
It was dodgeable though. As time went on, I started to teach Kaden some of the full hop lineups I taught myself to make his runbacks a little easier, and then we started to get more and more attempts.
What's up?
What up, shows? Outplayed. Trash can. I'm perfect at it. Sorry, I hit you.
Oh.
That sucks, yeah.
But I was still averaging about twice the amount of attempts as Kaden, and eventually, I realized that this boss's animations were able to be manipulated. It was another one of those fights where my weapon seemed to be superior to Kaden's slow claymore.
Literally everyone's back. It's so sick.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Terrible timing. Terrible timing.
Dude, there's so many fucks up here. I'm dead. Oh, I almost died. Okay, if I did fall down, it would have been sad there. Are they really gonna chase me down? They are. Or this guy is at least.
I
killed him.
Did you actually? You
Yeah,
beat
I
him?
beat him.
Bro.
Just like Kaden the night before, killing this boss was more of a sense of relief for me, instead of the satisfying victory I had versus the cockatrice. The boss itself was cool and well designed, but the area really takes the wind out of your sails with how frustrating it is to continuously kill the same respawning enemies over and over just to climb back up. But at least now I could focus on clearing the path for Kaden to climb. And with my new hard read on the boss, Kaden and I finally killed him together.
Please don't keep aggroing me.
Oh, you're
Okay,
good.
I'm 1 HP.
Get out, get out.
Afraid of him.
Ow. I might die, but you gotta clutch it.
He's
There
dead.
we go. Easy.
Thank God, bro.
Easy.
Thank
Easy.
you.
And for killing the boss a second time, I got a rare starred version of his weapon, which apparently made one of the stats scale better, with an A in faith scaling. 3 hours. 3 hours! In fact, our tilt levels got so hot, it actually evaporated all the liquid from the enjoyment meters. Hey, Steve! Steve, are you alright in there?
Yeah, I'm good. It's just really humid here. I'm all sticky.
Can we get an update, Steve? What's the status of the enjoyment meters after that area?
Well, it just seems like the boiling point of the tilt meters made the system malfunction, and you test subjects just kind of seem sort of numb, devoid of all emotion right now. I'd recommend some time off from the game to maybe let me reset the system and air out the lab.
Yeah, and maybe put on some clothes.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Unfortunately for Steve, we didn't take a break. We persevered through fungal fields for a short while after the Demon Key. The jumps were sorta tricky, and the enemies were wily. But in our war-hardened state, nothing was going to phase us. Not even this boss.
Oh, wow. Another guy with a fucking mace, huh? Or a flail, whatever that is. He's bitch made, huh? Look at us.
Oh, the shield turned around.
We blocked each other. Alright. Well, GG.
Just
Like what?
Just like the freeze.
spent 3
Now,
hours, yeah.
now we progress, bro. Now we progress. We spent 3 hours doing the hard shit, leveled up over like what we should be. And now we're over leveled. We fuck up the rest of the fucking game. That boss fight really felt like a breath of fresh air after that last area. We literally first tried him, and our reaction snapped us out of our numb state. And climbing past fungal fields brought us to what we assumed to be the final area. I think this is it, buddy. Where, after fighting a couple of these big guys, we decided to call it a day. At this point, Kaden was set to go on a little vacation, so we actually waited a week to play the game again, which was great for Steve, who was able to fix the system and take a much-needed week off. And our meters were looking fairly neutral again. I think the severity of the Demon Keep really battle-hardened us, because as long as the rest of the game stayed easier than that area, our ability to tilt was virtually gone. The Fortress of the Famished. This area was like a heavily nerfed Demon Keep. Triple crossbows became single crossbows, the smaller enemies were so much weaker, and the bigger enemies, while now more mobile and harder to kill, were much less frequent. There were also these guys dumping sand down, but they were pretty easy to avoid, and you could also kill them. Plus, the jumps were easier and the falls weren't so punishing. So it was genuinely a breeze for both me and Kaden. Although he did fall back to fungal fields and was struggling a bit, at least it was good to see that we could both have a laugh about the events that unfolded a week ago.
Bro, get up here, man. Where are you?
I'm not that far. I made progress, bro. I'm not what was happening last stream, trust me. That was bad.
After one last waiting for Kaden session, we fought the next boss.
Oh.
Oh wait, maybe light work.
McChicken
He has-
is a bulwark.
it's just- oh, the
careful
sand
with
guys.
sand.
You can knock him down though. Oh, maybe you can knock him down. I don't actually know. I'm gonna try to knock him down while you deal with that guy. This was a classic case of getting on both sides of him to kill him. Whoever he was facing would back off while the other attacks. He's coming on you,
Chill. Chill, he's coming on you.
Bro, get away from me! Ow!
Shit on.
Ow.
Shit on. Wait, please do not die. I'm not trying to have you solo him.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm fine, he's on you.
I haven't
No,
used
he's
my
not on
shield
me.
once. That's crazy.
I'm just trying to live, bro. Heads up.
Wait,
heads up.
I'm getting... No! I gotta chill. I gotta heal.
I got him.
Ah, he's dead. Yeah. GG.
Bozo.
It's crazy how we're just locked in at the start every time. Like, first try, like, this guy's terrible.
It was an easy first try. Jumping into the tower, I accidentally fell into the last side area of the game. This is Black's Tower, a tiny little side area in a side tower of the castle. After summoning Kaden over here,
Alright.
we fought another boss.
Humanoid. Oh, what the f is that?
I mean, this is just the freest battle of all time. Like, it's fun.
Actually, we make the goats. Problem is if Egan knocks me out of the arena. Tail! Tail!
I can't. I mean, yeah.
Fat Black is an interesting boss fight. We went in with the same mindset to fight this boss, on both sides of him, and it was working fine until he pinned me in the corner and knocked me off. He's got this floating multi-hit attack and a lot of fake animations to bait you in.
Whoa,
What
whoa,
was
whoa.
that? Whoa, bro!
bait and switching, bro. But what was more interesting to me was the shape of the arena. Why was it curved like this?
Okay,
I
he's
can
half
hear
health.
him.
He's
I can-
freaking out now.
Oh, he's doing
Oh
shit. I hear him
my!
screaming, bro.
Oh my God! What is that move?
Turns out, Fat Black, halfway through the battle, turns into a Beyblade, flying back and forth across the arena. Intimidated for a split second, this move wasn't really that difficult to avoid. We got our ass kicked for a couple attempts, but it wasn't gonna last. He still wants you?
No, he wants you. He's India.
We're cooking him. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
I got
whoa.
hit by
Oh,
that.
the parry! Oh my God!
Dang.
Shit on you, shitter. Turns out, one perfect parry will stun him, and after successfully dodging his Beyblade attack, we killed him
Stun
off.
him here. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, we're good.
Get his ass. Oh, it's easy!
Easy.
We rolled him on that one. He got rolled. Climbing to the top of the tower, our tilt levels were both low, and our enjoyment was on the rise as we rolled through the last few bosses and headed for the final boss.
Please, dear God, let the final battle go well. Please, dear Jesus.
This last area takes us through the storerooms and banquet halls of the castle. All these rooms are filled with food. You see, this is called the Fortress of the Famished. The leader of this place is keeping all the food to himself while starving everyone else below. The last room before the boss is the dining hall. This room has both big and little enemies on the ground, and then in the chandeliers are a bunch of archers, making climbing up through the chandeliers miserable. But learning from the Demon Keep, we quickly just killed all the archers and then cleared out the rest of the room. And now for the final boss. Let's get it.
There's 2 zombies.
Kill the ads.
Oh, big man, final boss.
Oh, he's
Holy
flying.
fatty.
He's flying. Oh, he whole
Okay.
full arena.
Like a puppet.
SSD.
Interesting.
SSD? I mean, whoa, whoa,
AoE.
whoa.
Okay, I just got shit on.
Oh, you're
I'm dead.
Bro, it's so hard to
Oh,
hit him. He's just flying around all over the gaff.
He also fall down pretty far. Well, not pretty far, but just the start of this tower, I guess.
Oh, okay, he just knocked my ass off. Sick. Whoa, he's out of the sewers, man. Where am I? So yeah, this big boy is being hoisted above by wires. He wields a big ladle and comes down, swooping attacks toward the edges, knocking you off of the fight without killing you. He also does this butt smash that covers about half the arena with a shockwave. The run back was pretty forgiving for this fight. It just drops you right outside the final rooms of the tower. We felt like we had this guy in the bag. We just needed to figure out how to hit him consistently while he was flying around. And then there was also the problem of us hitting each other off the edges.
Whoa! Ow!
But once we stopped getting swept off the edges, we came up with a strategy. Kaden and I literally divided the arena in half and stayed on our respective sides. So we started to put some serious attempts together. At half health, he spawns more extra enemies and starts to break out a crossbow and shoot at us. On one of our best attempts, Kaden tragically died late into the fight.
No, I died to fall damage.
shots.
Oh my God, you have a 1 shot.
Do I do it? He's just...
I mean, up to you, up to you. How does the video conclude?
There was no way I was gonna finish the game without him. We were in this together to the very end.
This time I won't make the same mistake. I'll be full health.
Chill, bro.
What
the fuck is that? How did
It
How did it even happen? How did it even happen?
I'm not going today, man.
Keep it. Let's go.
Get shit on, buddy.
Let's go.
You do. Let's freaking go.
And that was it. We did it, and we could now climb into the attic and... Oh. We could now climb into the attic and exit the tower to find Percy and Bellman waiting for us. Percy explains to us that the road is closed for now, and that we must wait patiently. He's basically telling us that we've reached the end of Act 1, and that is where Kaden and I's journey comes to an end. For now. If you want to see us play Act 2 and 3 in the future, like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you played Jump King Quest, let me know what your experience was like in the comments below. But there's one more thing we have left to do. Running back the data, I was pretty sure Kaden enjoyed the game. What do you think, Steve?
I don't know. There was a lot of high tilt readings throughout the journey.
Well, it sounds like the only way we're gonna find out is if I formally ask Kaden his true thoughts. Did you enjoy playing Jump King Quest?
Yeah, I found it enjoyable. Honestly, I think it's a really fun game with the aspects of like Dark Souls mixed in with the already Fadian genre, like the Jump King itself. And having never played Jump King, I think it was like obviously frustrating, but I think the aspects of Dark Souls as well that I had never really enjoyed before or like had played before were really cool. It made me want to keep playing the game. Like I want to play the game when the next release comes out.
And that leads me into my next question. Will you come back for Act 2?
Oh yeah, baby. I'm coming back and I'm playing with this dude.
Let's get it, baby. 100 more
The
years.
dynamic duo is back.
Let's do
100
it.
more years.